coming out. It's so funny what's happening with Diddy because this was inevitable.
Puff and Usher did have a situation, and that situation led Usher to the hospital.
It seems like the entertainment world just can't stop talking about the whirlwind of controversies surrounding Sean Diddy Combs. The iconic music mogul, once celebrated for his empire of hits and star-making abilities, is now at the center of a storm so intense it's pulling in some of the biggest names in the industry. From allegations of coercion and manipulation to shocking claims involving Justin Bieber, Usher, and other major celebrities, the stories coming out are as wild as they are heartbreaking, and let's face it, the more details that emerge, the darker this whole saga becomes.
Saw in that video totally eviscerated his credibility.
Justin Bieber's name has been popping up a lot in connection with Diddy's drama, and it's raising so many questions about what might have happened during their early interactions. Think back to when Justin was just a fresh-faced teenager and suddenly thrust into the dizzying world of fame. At the time, Diddy seemed like a mentor, a cool, older figure who would take Justin under his wing. But now, with everything coming to light, people are starting to wonder if there was something else going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, first time I smoked, I don't suggest this, but I was 13. Yeah, 13, 12 or 13.
One of the most talked about moments from Justin's early career is his infamous 48-hour hangout with Diddy. Back then, Diddy himself called it a dream for Justin. In a video that's now resurfacing, Diddy is seen boasting about spending 2 days with the young star, promising him a Lamborghini for his 16th birthday, and saying they were going to have the time of their lives. At the time, it seemed innocent enough, just a superstar showing a rising talent the ropes. But looking at it now, the comments feel off. Diddy even joked that they couldn't disclose what they were doing because it was just for them. What does that even mean? And why was Justin, a teenager, spending so much time in this adult world? Fast forward to today, and Justin's fans are piecing together these old stories with his more recent struggles. In 2022, Justin revealed he had been diagnosed with a rare neurological condition that left part of his face paralyzed. At the time, he chalked it up to stress and a virus that attacked his nerves. But now, former insiders from Diddy's circle are claiming that Justin's health problems could be connected to substances he was allegedly exposed to during his time around Diddy. One former associate even hinted that Justin's hospitalizations over the years might not be as straightforward as they seemed. The idea that Justin's current health issues could stem from his past associations is just chilling.
It was just an escape for me. I was just young, like everybody in the industry and people in the world who experiment and do.
And then there's Freddy Ps, a former artist under Diddy's Bad Boy Records, who hasn't been shy about speaking out. Freddy has dropped some pretty explosive allegations about Diddy's treatment of young stars, including Justin. He's claimed that Diddy had an unhealthy level of interest in Justin and even suggested that Justin's management team might have looked the other way. Freddy's words are harsh, but they've struck a chord with fans who've always wondered if Justin's rapid rise to fame came at too high a cost. Freddy also hinted that Justin wasn't the only one who may have suffered. He pointed a finger at Usher as well.
Stevie J, the Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man.
But Freddy didn't stop there. He painted a disturbing picture of what life was like for young artists trying to navigate Diddy's world. According to Freddy, the power dynamic was so skewed that no one felt safe speaking out. He claimed that Diddy's influence extended far beyond the music industry, with connections that could silence almost anyone. Freddy even alleged that many people who worked directly with Diddy were aware of the alleged mistreatment, but were too afraid of losing their careers to intervene.
He got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything.
Freddy also shed light on the role of those around Diddy, particularly his team, who were allegedly instrumental in organizing events that Freddy described as dangerous for young stars. He claimed that staff members would often facilitate situations that placed these up-and-comers in uncomfortable or inappropriate environments. While Freddy didn't provide specific names, his accusations imply a level of complicity that goes beyond just Diddy himself. It wasn't just him, Freddy said. There were people working for him who made sure everything went the way he wanted. They enabled it. What's even more shocking is Freddy's claim that many people in the industry knew about Diddy's alleged behavior but chose to stay silent because of his immense power. Freddy described a culture of fear that allowed Diddy to operate unchecked for years. He even said that some people who were once close to Diddy have reached out to him privately to express their regrets. They tell me now, man, I wish I had said something, but back then, they were just trying to survive, Freddy revealed. These claims add another layer of complexity to the allegations, suggesting that the issue wasn't just Diddy's actions, but also the systemic failure of an industry that looked the other way.
You mentioned L.A. Reid sent you to New York and you live with P. Diddy. They call it Flavor Camp.
Flavor Camp, yeah.
So what was that experience like and how did that help Usher?
Freddy's allegations have reignited discussions about the darker side of the entertainment industry, where young talents are often thrown into environments they're not prepared for. The pressure to succeed, combined with a lack of proper oversight, creates a dangerous cocktail that leaves many vulnerable. Freddy's insights, while unsettling, are a reminder of how much reform is still needed. For Justin, these revelations might provide a sense of validation, knowing that others experience similar struggles, but they also highlight just how deep the scars of those early years might run. Usher's connection to Diddy goes back decades. When Usher was just a teenager, he was sent to live with Diddy in New York to learn the ropes of the music industry. Usher himself has spoken about this time in his life, describing it as wild and crazy. In a 2016 interview with Howard Stern, he admitted he saw things he didn't fully understand at the time. While he downplayed the specifics, saying he was too young to know what he was looking at, the vague descriptions only add to the mystery. Usher has also been asked in interviews if he would ever send his own children to live with Diddy, and his answer has always been a firm no. That says a lot, doesn't it?
Moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing.
The parallels between Usher's and Justin's stories are hard to ignore. Both were young talents, both were placed under Diddy's influence, and both have alluded to seeing things that made them uncomfortable. But while Usher has managed to carve out a long and successful career, Justin's journey has been far more turbulent. From public meltdowns to struggles with substances and now his ongoing health battles, it's clear that Justin has carried a heavy burden. And with recent news that Justin has unfollowed Usher on social media, fans are speculating that there's more to their story than meets the eye.
Right.
Nah, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Let's talk about that social media move for a second. Justin unfollowed not just Usher, but several other key figures from his past, including his longtime manager, Scooter Braun. This might not seem like a big deal at first glance, but in the world of celebrities, unfollowing someone often signals the end of a major relationship. Could Justin be distancing himself from people who failed to protect him back then? And why, out of all the people he's unfollowed, is Diddy still on his list? Some think it's a strategic move. Unfollowing Diddy would make headlines and draw even more attention to their past connection, something Justin might not be ready to confront publicly. Adding fuel to the fire are the allegations involving other celebrities in Diddy's orbit. Cassie, who had a long and tumultuous relationship with Diddy, filed a lawsuit last year alleging years of mistreatment. Her claims opened the floodgates, with more than 100 people reportedly coming forward with similar stories. And then there's the bombshell lawsuit involving Jay-Z, who's been named as a co-defendant in a case alleging misconduct at a high-profile event years ago. The ripple effect of these allegations is staggering, and it's dragging some of the biggest names in music and entertainment into the spotlight.
And there has been a lot going on. Since November, there have been 8 civil lawsuits filed against Diddy. 7 of them accuse him of assault.
Amid all this, Justin has been trying to focus on his family. He and his wife, Haley, recently welcomed their first child, and by all accounts, he's thrilled to be a dad. But even this happy milestone has been overshadowed by rumors about his financial struggles. Some sources claim that Justin's lavish lifestyle, combined with his medical expenses, has left him in a tough spot. There's even talk that he might be forced to go back on tour sooner than he's ready just to keep up with his bills. For someone who's been so open about needing time to heal, the idea of being pushed back into the spotlight is heartbreaking. So where does this all leave Justin? His fans are rallying around him, but the questions remain. How much of his current struggles can be traced back to his interactions with Diddy? Why has he chosen to cut ties with certain people from his past while staying silent about others? And most importantly, will he ever feel ready to share his side of the story? One thing's for sure, this saga is far from over. As more details emerge, the public is left grappling with the uncomfortable truths about what really goes on behind the scenes in the entertainment industry. It's a world where power dynamics can be dangerously skewed, and young talents are often left vulnerable. For Justin, the hope is that he can find peace and healing, not just for himself, but for the family he's built. But until then, the shadows of his past will likely continue to loom large.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand.
So, what do you think about all this? Are Justin's recent actions a sign that he's ready to take control of his narrative? And how deep do you think the connections between Diddy's controversies and Justin's struggles really go? Let us know your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates as this story unfolds. Until next time, stay safe, and let's hope for brighter days ahead for everyone involved.